So this is one of those articles that really just doesn't need to be written. I mean, if you look, at the news on a daily basis, what you realize is there's just so much stuff you have to sift through. There's so much nonsense. There's so much wasted space, um, and it gets frustrating. You think there's important stuff people should be thinking about, and then there's all this fluff and drivel and um, but I guess that's probably always been the case. Um, so and another thing I should say, this isn't like a substantive story so much. I want to mention it just for my own ideological purposes. Um, so Kate Middleton controversy puts in doubt the public's trust of the monarchy. Since the start of the new year, Britain's royal family has faced a cancer diagnosis for its 75-year-old monarch, a publicly unexpected surgery, and hospitalization for one of its most popular members, and a photo editing controversy that has left the public questioning the reliability of the royal family. The two health crises, King Charles III's diagnosis of an undisclosed type of cancer and Princess Kate's abdominal surgery, have left the family without two of its most high-profile members to carry on royal engagements and be the face of the monarchy. The complete absence of Kate, the wife of Prince William, from the public eye since late December, in particular, have led to a swirl of conspiracy theories online, ranging from a secret pregnancy or divorce to physical or mental health breakdowns. When William and Kate presumably tried to quiet the storm of online theories by releasing a photo on Mother's Day in the UK of a smiling Kate surrounded by the couple's three kids, Princes George and Louis, and Princess Charlotte, the effort completely backfired. After the photo taken by William was retracted by several global news agencies over concerns it was manipulated, Kate issued a public apology, a very rare step for the royal. Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing, Kate said in the apology, shared on X and signed with her initial C for Catherine. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photo we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day. Unfortunately for the royal family, the apology seemed to make matters worse, with even more theories erupting online about whether it was really Kate who edited the photo, why she took the blame, and what other photographs shared by the royals have also been heavily edited. Okay, so like I said, I'm only bringing this up for my own ideological and to push my own ideological and philosophical point of view. And that is, I wish people were not so obsessed with the monarchy. It gashes me. We broke away from the British monarchy 200 something years ago. We created, or the founders created, a presidential republic. So they aimed somewhat off and away from traditional forms of government that were found in Europe. Although some people call the president an elected king. But even the United States, I mean, this is also true in Britain. I think people in Britain are very obsessed with the monarchy, but people even in the United States are obsessed with the monarchy. And it baffles me. I genuinely cannot understand it. I mean, I know people love celebrities. I know people love, glamour and prestige and wealth, and obviously this royal family has plenty of prestige and wealth and fame. But they're not much different from the Kardashians, for example. They're really not. The only difference is the history of the institution. The only difference is the people, the royal family now, at least the ones that didn't marry in, have ancestors that were also royal. But like the British monarchy is heavily German in its heritage. I mean, it's completely insane. I think this concept of royalty, this concept of monarchy, um, and people need to aim off and away from this. When Queen Elizabeth died, I thought that was a good way to end the British monarchy because it ended it on a high note. The Queen Elizabeth, for a monarch, wasn't the bad one. And given the history she had lived through, given how old she was when she passed, I mean, she was due a degree of respect and admiration. I can acknowledge that. But like after she died, that would have been a good time to wrap it all up. And now we have King Charles III, who can never hope to fill Queen Elizabeth's shoes. So I'm not a British citizen, so I don't have a say in this. But I am casting stones from across the pond saying the British monarchy should be abolished. That the Britain needs to come into the 21st century. I mean, France has abolished its monarchy. Many places have done away with their monarchies. And I think they're better for it because I think even the symbol of royalty, I think, has very negative social and political implications. It has the implication of certain people deserve to rule effectively. Certain people deserve fame. Certain people deserve wealth. Certain people, just because circumstance, are above everybody else. And I think the whole point, of democracy is nobody's morally or metaphysically above anybody else. Like, we're all cut from the same cloth. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. And so we don't need monarchs anymore. We can abolish these institutions. And they can keep their, whatever money they've made up to this point. But the British taxpayers can stop subsidizing them. And they can still write their memoirs or give speeches or whatever. I don't care. People can be celebrities. I'm not outlawing celebrities here. But I am saying that we need to move past the divine right of kings, both in practice and in principle, both symbolically and literally. And literally, we've moved past it for the most part, but now we need to move past it symbolically. Now we need to actually embrace the Enlightenment values that we've all inherited, and Britain can join us in that and become a constitutional republic. Is that going to happen? Probably not. I'm not going to hold my breath anyway. I think the Republican movement in Britain, although I think it's gaining more steam it's gained more steam in recent years, I don't think is super popular. Like I said, people are emotionally invested. I saw some video of some woman. This is just only one example, but she had attended the Queen's funeral on her child's birthday because she said it was more important, which is insane to me. Like, how can you miss your child's birthday because the Queen died? You're not related to the Queen. The Queen's not your family or your friends, right? So that's just my rant. I don't get monarchy worship. I don't get celebrity worship. Abolish the monarchy.